Well, how's it going, everybody? Just checking in. Still in Houston for my last video. At the Flying J. Which one I couldn't tell you. They've all got different numbers or whatever. So not crazy long video. Just wanted to check in and kind of share an experience I had here at the truck stop. So I needed to do laundry. I absolutely didn't need to do laundry, but I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. I was already here. Why not? My trainer went to go hang out with his wife. He lives here in Houston, so no big deal. Hung out in the truck by myself, watched some shows. Was real comfortable. So I go to do laundry, and I highly suggest you use a debit card. Now the machines. Now I can't speak for every truck stop. Just this particular Flying J. I'm sure they're probably the same in most places, but they'll take either quarters or they'll take your debit card. You can download an app also. And the one in particular, this one I think it was CSC Mobile Pay or something. It'll say it on the washers and dryers, but I got a free $5 when I downloaded the app, to do laundry, so that's pretty cool. But I was using quarters, and because I didn't want to use my debit card. Honestly, I left the damn thing in the truck. So just kind of whatever. So I had some cash, whatever, got quarters, and it was $2.75 to wash and $2.75 to dry. That's a lot. If you're at Prime, I think it's 50 cents to wash, 50 cents to dry, and then they have like little machines in there where you can get detergent and the bounce sheets or whatever, the dryer sheets. Anyways, I go in there, and the first machine I was going to use, the washer, apparently the quarters was full, and so it only took $1, and then it started spitting them back out. And I was like, okay, that's kind of frustrating. So I was like, whatever. So I started getting my quarters back, and then one of the employees, I guess, who works in the back doing the laundry and shower area, was like, well, I'll wash your laundry for you, blah blah blah, the machine's not working right. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought that was pretty nice, pretty cool. And I kept asking her how much. Oh, like $10, $15, whatever you decide, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, it's going to cost me maybe $6 to maybe a little over $6 to wash. I'm not going to pay $15, for you to wash it in a big commercial grade washer and dryer. So I was like, no, I'll try a different washer. So the one next to it was working, and it worked fine, washed my clothes. So then I go to put it in the dryer. So I put it in the dryer. I shut the door and I put my money in, and the screen is saying door, which means that the door's not shut. And so here I am slamming this thing. I'm pushing on it, just making myself look like a fool. I'm the only one in there. And I'm trying to figure out why I can't get the door to shut. But it's shutting. It's not gaps or nothing like that. And so I'm thinking, man, it's got to be the sensor. And so I'm pressing start, and nothing. So I go up to the front counter, and the guy sends somebody back to take a look. He can't get it to work either. Then all of a sudden, the screen says make a payment. And I said, well, wait a minute. I've already made a payment. My money's already in there. And so then he goes and gets somebody else. And they come in and say, oh, well, you got to call this 1-800 number to get your money back. And I'm standing there, wet clothes in the dryer. My money's already in the machine. I don't have any more cash. Honestly, I wasn't going to get more cash to get more quarters and pay another $2.75 because their machine is broke. Well, they wanted me to call some 1-800 number to try to get $2.75 back, and then that I had to deal with it, and that they had absolutely no way to open the register to give me $2.75 to finish my clothes. So naturally, I was very upset. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I have wet clothes now, and I'm at a truck stop. I'm luckily I was here all night, but what if I wasn't? What if I was only here for a couple hours? I can't stand around here and hope that somebody shows up to give me $2.75 in quarters. And I wasn't going to go run back out and get my debit card, like I said, and pay another $2.75 and then hope that I get refunded $2.75 somewhere down the line. So I call the 1-800 number. I'm basically, me and this manager of Flying J's are having it out. We're I don't want to say screaming at each other, but I was definitely mad. I was raising my voice. And so I call him, and I'm like number 8 or 9, in line on this system. And so I'm standing there, I'm mad, I'm frustrated, and the manager takes off, comes back a few seconds later and goes, well, I'll do it this time, but next time you need to call that 1-800 number and that's how you're supposed to get your money back. And I'm thinking to myself, good customer service would have been that you give me the $2.75 so I could finish my wet clothes, and you call the company and you figure out why your machines aren't working and why they're full of quarters and no one's emptied them. And to top it all off, apparently there was a couple other machines in there that were broken as well. None of them had out of service, papers on them or nothing like that. And the whole time that I was in there and finished up my laundry, even this morning when I had gone back in there to use the restroom, I just stuck my head in and there's still no sign on there. So that means that someone is going to go in there and have the same exact problem that I had. That they're going to waste their money, the machine's not going to work, they're going to force them to call some 1-800 number and hopefully get their money back. So I checked this morning after I submitted the support request to get my money back, and I still haven't seen anything. So, and here, my trainer should be here in a few minutes. We're getting ready to take off to Laredo. So, my quarters are still in there, and I ended up having to, like I said, they gave me quarters, but still, it's just the principle of it. You would think that things like that would be taken care of, especially if the machines are in a Flying J. Now, I'm telling you this story so that way you guys have a realistic outlook of what to expect when you're on the road. And like I told you in a previous video and even some of my comments, that I'm trying to give you guys the most realistic experience that I could possibly can, what you can actually expect being out here. And one of those things is having to do your laundry and take showers at truck stops. And you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of drivers coming in probably per day, using these washers, using these dryers, using the showers, using the bathrooms, and things are going to break. Well, I guess in my view, if I'm running a truck stop, or at least in the manager of one, I'd be on it, to try to get this stuff fixed for guys that, that are away from home and they can't just run by the house and do a load of laundry or anything like that. They depend on those machines to work. And they need to work in a timely manner, because sometimes we're not staying here all night, or sometimes we get here early in the morning. Can you imagine if it was 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I had to leave at 10 in the morning and I was trying to do a load of laundry and this happened? It's incredibly frustrating. So just a heads up on, how things go at a truck stop. And you could probably guess, I was thinking about getting another container of laundry detergent. It's for a 6-load container of Tide, it was $7.99, and for, I think it's a 16 load, a little bit bigger one, is like $20 or even more than that. I think $25, something outrageous. So I would highly suggest not bringing a liquid. Bring pods. They take up a lot less room, and it'll be a lot easier to just grab one, go inside, toss it in there, wash your laundry, that kind of thing. Again, use your debit card when you're doing laundry or whatever. And if you absolutely can, and hold out to a terminal, that'd be honestly the best thing. That way, at least you can deal with Prime, and at least their machines are working, and they're a lot cheaper. The second thing, and there's more stuff at a truck stop. This is just this minor stuff that I'm going over. But I've so far since I've been here, just tonight and then into this day, I've had 2 people come up to the truck. I had one knock on the window with the typical little plastic card, and he tells you that he's deaf, and they want you to read the card and give him $5 for some pen or whatever. Told that guy, no, I'm good. And then of course I said, no, and then of course he hears me then, and he walks off. And then another guy just came up and wanted to wash the rims on the truck and trailer, and I told him no 3-4 times, and he still tried to get me to do it. There was another guy walking around trying to sell t-shirts to people at the pump, the truck drivers at the pump. They do all this stuff to the truck drivers. You don't ever see them over there with a regular car. So, keep that in mind, when you're getting out of the truck. Lock the truck, and make sure it's locked. Have a key with you that we can get back in, and anytime you leave it for however long, lock your truck. Third thing, a lot of the truck stops you come across are going to be dirty. They're going to be dirty. It's just one of those things. I try myself to at least to police myself around in the area. I smoke, so I try to be mindful of the guys next to me, because you're parked kind of close, and they want their windows down too sometimes. So I try to be mindful if I see their window down, they're maybe on their phone or something. I walk out in front of the truck and I'll smoke a cigarette or wherever, or go down the side of the trailer. So those are just a few things that kind of keep in mind when you're coming to truck stops. Even if it's you're not in a truck and you come in a car, just something to expect. There's always a ton of people here. There's always somebody parked here. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little story with you guys. Just try to do some basic laundry. I saw a lot of your comments. I'm trying to respond to them. Like I said, typically if you see that you make a comment, I'm pretty quick at responding, because typically, if I'm not sleeping, I'm just messing around on my phone, because I'm in training right now, so a lot of times I'm sitting on the passenger side. but well, when I'm not driving anyway. So the next route we are taking, we're going to Katy. I believe it's a drop and hook. I don't know. We'll find out when I read the little details a little bit more. I didn't quite read into them all the way. And then we head to, it's two drops, well, an 02 and a 90. So the second one is in Laredo, and then the final one is also in Laredo. So we'll see how it goes when we get there. I was hoping to be able to stop by my house. I live in Central Texas, so was hoping that I would be able to, at least stop at my house for a day, but that's okay. I've only been gone for a week. So hopefully maybe in the next couple weeks, I'll probably talk to my trainer and say, hey man, let me head back to the house for a couple days. I did read somebody's comment and said that I looked much more refreshed. Having a good trainer and somebody that you get along with and have a good time with, and luckily my trainer's my age, so we play video games on our phones and stuff like that. So we've got kids, we have a lot of stuff in common. We like a lot of the same stuff, so it makes you feel different. You're a lot less stressed. You're not worried about the next place you're going to go and how far it is and how long you're going to be gone. You don't worry about any of that stuff. So it's kind of nice, to be honest. It's kind of nice. So again, I appreciate all the comments, all the kind words that I've been getting. I love reading the comments, and especially all the nice stuff you guys say. So again, if there's anything in particular you guys want to see in these videos, like something you have a question about, whether it be at a truck stop or inside the truck, or home time, or any of that stuff, man, let me know. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. I know somebody asked earlier about work history. I think it's 10 years. I know, like you do it on the website, I think they want 5 years. But then when you go in and you get that paperwork, at least in Springfield, now I don't know how it is in the other terminals. I'm assuming it's the same paperwork, but I think it's 10 years that they want on there. Now, even if you can't fill out the whole 10 years, they still want, as far back as you can do it. There was guys that worked at places for 15 years and they only had one slot taken up. That's okay. As long as it covers that 10-year period, that's fine. If you were unemployed at any point, or if you were in school or in college or any of that stuff, they want you to put that stuff down. As long as it's accurate, in detailed and all that stuff, and it's got the contact numbers and all that, that's all they really care about. So try to be as detailed as you can. And if you don't have that information, go look it up. Just look it on the internet. And even if you don't know the maybe your manager or the foreman or whoever you were reporting to, just put down the office number, put down the 1-800 number or whatever number they have to the company, and they'll figure it out. They'll get a hold of HR or whatever. So yep, just a little check-in video. I will see you guys hopefully the next time. We'll be in Laredo. No, I'm sorry. Yes, Laredo, because I think it's going to be in Katy, because I think we got to wait. Because I think we got to be there. Well, tonight we got to be there by 7, and I think the first stop in Laredo we got to be there by midnight. I want to say. I could be wrong. I have to double check it. But I think the next time I'll probably make another video will probably be in Laredo, is my guess, or maybe afterwards. Like I said, I don't know. I try not to bother my trainer too much, with making videos. So I figure he's not here yet, so why not? Just a little check-in. But you guys stay safe. If you guys got questions about training, let me know. We'll catch you guys in the next one.